Hey homies. Just sending the links out, guys, for the guests. Now, I hope you're all looking forward to getting your card read. Let's see, test right. Drew's Paranormal Vlog, if you're in the chat, click on the link and I'll add you. Right, Drew, if you're watching that, no Drew, my brother, and Andrea, just click on the link and join the gate and I'll add you. I'm just waiting on Lewis coming. I figured everything out now, guys. The mic's all fixed. Everything's working. Yep. Right, here's the link here, okay? You ready? Click on that link there. You'll see it coming up. Right below you. If you click onto that link, that'll take you into the bit where I can add your face to the screen. Like we did today. Just take your time. Hey, Simply Alan. Here's Dobby Sock. I'm making Dobby Sock the head moderator tonight. Hey, Shan. Hey, Red Knight too. Just take that link, Andrina. Follow what it tells you, and then I'll add you. No problem. Like we did tonight. Just take your time. Hello, that's Simply Alan. I know it's you, man. Hey, Jill Barnes. I hope you're looking forward tonight because Andrina's coming in. She's got to do a tarot card reading for you all. And she's got to tell us some supernatural tales. Ultimate Immune. How are you? 13 in the chat. I'm just waiting on Lewis coming in. That's connecting. I'm talking to Andrina on the phone at the same time, you see. Multitasking. My co-host Lewis will be in shortly. I just keep posting the link to the chat for Lewis when he comes in. There we go. You have to connect your mic, Andrina, before I can. That's that. Just give me that. Let's see. You're going to have to unmute your mic, Andrina. Your mic's muted.
Can you see me? You can see me, but you can't hear me.
Aye. Aye, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Hello.
Can you move your... Aye, we can hear you. Can you move your... Can you hear us now?
Aye, I can hear you now. Then I'll move forward a bit and block that light.
Aye, I was going to say because it's like a nuclear explosion.
Wait, I'll put that back later. Probably if I put the door. But I'll move the lamp.
Aye. We're just waiting.
I'll move the lamp.
Lewis should be in short.
See if we can move this to here. Right, wait till we see.
I'm just waiting. What I can do is as you can see what I can do here, Andrea, I can give you full screen when you need it. See like this, for instance. You can't really see, you need a wee bit more light on you if possible.
Right, I can set that there.
That's perfect.
That might be just too much down there, is it?
That's perfect. That's perfect. Remember and keep your mic plugged in, because that's the important thing.
Aye. Right. No, I've moved it again. I know what I can do. I can move this.
I just take your time because we're waiting on Lewis anyway.
Aye, I'll move this direction. Yeah.
I'm just getting into the chat.
Waiting on
So
Lewis
I can
coming.
make people
Right,
moderate.
he's sitting the flare. Aye.
Right.
I noticed that camera does.
Right,
Right.
things popping up on my screen here. What's this? I'm just waiting on Lewis, wherever he is. Lewis.
Right. That's well deal. Sit down here.
Right. Who's who in the chat here? I'm going to make some moderators.
There we go. No, it's alright. Well, I don't need a cushion, thanks. That's a bit better,
Is your daughter Kerry in here? Yeah. And a lad moderator.
Everyone can see you. I don't think so, Chris. I've texted her. She'll come on.
Made. Oh, there's Lewis there. He's there.
You right?
My goodness, you sound different.
We're all here.
Right.
We've got them my lighter, please. Which is what it is.
You look like an airline pilot there, Lewis.
We're all here. What's Chris got today? Orange juice.
Limeade, bars. I might have last
I've got. We'll see, try and get used to this camera. It's the opposite. I've got Vimto.
It's like my ghost t-shirt. It says this is my ghost t-shirt, but it's reversed from me.
Wally's got tenants.
Jesus.
Advertising ban.
Whiskey.
No whiskey.
Scotch whiskey.
Lewis.
Scottish whiskey.
Hey, there's my friend Robert. I've not seen him for a while. Right, let me go through the chat first really quickly, see if I can find everybody and make
froze. I'll try and not move a bit.
Right, you got your tarot cards and that there?
Aye, they're all sitting here. They're here.
Once we'll set it up in a minute, just let it build up before I get 5 minutes.
Yep, I had all the background all set to, now it's the chest of drawers.
While you're all here, guys, in the chat,
I can't see chat.
The chat should be there for you, because can you see it, Lewis, the chat?
Yeah, I can see the chat.
I've set the chat up. I hadn't ticked it the last time, that's what was going on. Now everybody, could you do us a favour? See that link that I've posted? That's in Gina's channel. Could you please go there? There's 28 folk watching. Whoever has not subscribed to Gina, that's terrible. You have to go and subscribe to her to do it, and then we'll stay. Nope. She's communications problems. She's disappeared. Oh no, it's where is she?
I was just basically what I've done is I've stuck my camera, my phone, above my computer monitor, on top of my monitor, and I've got my camera set up on live, and then I've got the stream live in front of me so I can look at all the live comments.
I think Andrina's pressed the wrong button. I think you just need to come back into the chat, Andrina, and click on that again. I'll add you. I found these. I forgot I had these. These are these.
I think I'm going to change my earphones because these earphones are really quiet. Let me try my other earphones. So I thought I'd try something new today.
Ellie, could you tell your sister she's accidentally pressed the wrong button and just click on the chat to come back in. Just come into YouTube, click on the link in the ladder again. She's accidentally pressed the wrong button.
Let's try these.
Just tell it to click on the link in the chat. Take your time. There she's there.
I've tried to put the chat up and I totally disappeared.
Aye, that's what's happened. I can do this right. Look, for instance, there's your sister, right? Watch this.
I'll
I
put
can do
up
this.
my phone.
I can put Helly's. See, I can do that for you, so they can read the movie.
Oh, right, aye. Do that then,
Right.
because I can't see them and I don't want to risk getting out again and no coming back in.
Aye.
Or I can put it on my phone. Even.
Right, well, what I'll do is I'll give you the main screen when you're doing the tarot card readings. You will only see
Right.
us, but we're still here.
Right.
Okay?
Okay.
It's just that I can move stuff about and that, right? Let's see.
Right, no probs.
Good God.
Can't even
Got the
see.
moderators.
Oh, here.
I've made every
Right.
single person in the chat a moderator.
Oh,
Can you
well,
hear me,
we can know
Lewis? Right?
who's-
You there? Lewis.
Wait till I
Yeah,
get
yeah,
your
mate.
channel up.
No, you're all quiet there.
Willie's watching on the big telly. You're not watching on the big telly, no?
How to get it?
I had these earphones on, these Logitech ones,
I'm
but
using this new mic.
they're not loud enough, so I couldn't hear you clearly. So I needed to put my
There we go.
iPhone earphones in, unfortunately.
Just make sure the
But
volume's
then I've
down
got some
low.
big cable hanging from the thing now. Whereas, yeah, the other ones weren't.
Right, I'll see chat now because I'll put my phone up. Right, wait, I'll turn it down.
Where did you go to? Okay.
Oh, no, you'll not be able to hear it. Aye. Oh, I don't know what to say. Well,
Has he not got a smart
Oh, I
TV
know.
Willie next to you? No?
aye, wait, now I'll give you my Bluetooth earphones.
Oh, there's my brother Drew in the chat.
Right, there
I
we
was
go.
Drew.
Aye,
You
there's
should be
Drew.
able to hear
Shirley
us
said
all.
hi. Hello.
Hello, Drew.
Hi, everybody. I can see
My
your
camera's
chat
on
on my
here.
phone, so if I'm a bit slow. Hi, Dobies. Hi, Nelly.
Don't worry, I'll
Hi,
wait a
Drew.
minute.
Hi,
That's
Shell.
my
Oh,
second oldest brother.
Shell's here. Shell and Lorne. Aye, Lorne's here as well.
Yeah, I can go like that and
Hi,
add up the
Drew.
screen easily. Yeah.
Hi, Robert.
We got Lauren. Who else?
Hi, Bon. Hi,
Dobbies.
Red. 92. There we go, Tom as well. Sorry if I've missed them.
I'm drinking my green lime.
I've been drinking this for
Sharon.
days. It's actually quite
I love that bars. Do you see the big bottles you get for a £1? I love that stuff.
all right. Liam's right into his Pepsi Cherry now.
Ooh.
Hi, Daryl. Hi, Ultimate
Darryl.
4-Eye Immune. That's a tongue twister. That's why I need to come in. Isn't it? Right, I'll come this way.
Hey,
Oh,
Shelley.
Shelley's here. Shell's with Ghost Bud and Buddy.
One sec.
Ghost
One
Hunt
sec.
Bud.
Here's Sharon. Sharon White. She stays at just
Hi, Sharon.
What is?
Just get a couple of minutes. I'm just going to mute my mic and blow my nose, okay?
Oh, if the hot door, Chris has got to blow his nose. If the ground will shake it out.
That's alright.
I can
I'm
actually
the
read your
controller.
t-shirt now.
I can mute myself. Look.
How can I read your t-shirt if I'm meant to be backwards? This is my ghost. T-shirt. Oh, right, I get it. I see it. Hi, Hatchy. Beezy Boo. That's quite cool. Robert Longhead. Oh, from the USA, Texas, USA.
See, that's Robert. He's off the
Excellent.
gig. He's a musician. Drew in the chat, my brother. Go and subscribe to Robert there. He loves playing
I'll
music.
subscribe
He's off the
to
gig.
you all. I'll subscribe to all yous once we leave here the night, I've promised.
He's off the gig.
Don't want to risk
Stars and
pressing
all that.
buttons. Cool.
Right, 1 sec.
It's okay, you're amongst friends,
Just give me a
Lewis.
shout when you want me to go and
Two Drews, that's right.
Aye.
You can be Drew 1, Drew. I'm Drew Boo. I'm Boo Drew. Or Drew Boo.
Once Lewis gets back in, we'll start
Have
it.
to say
You
hi
just need
to
to pick somebody.
Toby. That's Linda. Me, Linda.
Alright, Wanda,
He says
you
hi
doing,
back,
man?
Linda.
I've made where is her? Where is
Oh,
she?
you're Drew
Dobie
1.
Sock.
Good, good.
Dobie Sock is the head moderator tonight in the chat.
Good, good. There you go. Some responsibility, Linda.
Right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
We're a friendly bunch anyway. I don't think anybody will jump on and be nasty.
That's
Hopefully
alright,
not.
I've got the controls, I can kick somebody like that.
Good, you can kick them all out.
Power.
You're in the show.
Fingertip.
Everyone can see and hear you. Right. I want this chat up, but I don't like this person.
It's weird, I don't know how it works on a tablet or that.
So Drew,
I'll
how,
just read it on
so,
my phone.
how long you
Yeah,
been doing
yeah.
tarot? How long you been doing tarot cards for then?
I've really, like, years and years ago, I had decks and things that I'd go. I don't know if you remember years ago, there'd be like book clubs in the papers and things where you would have like, you could pick like 3 books for free, you know, things like that. Well, I'd got
Yeah.
a set of tarot cards and a set of oracle cards way back, must have been about 1995, 1990, something like that. So I ended up just playing a bit with them, and I would just read for friends and things like that. But I lost contact with it for a good few years,
I've
and
always
then
wondered,
just
Right.
slowly started. Aye.
how did you get into this? How did you get into it?
Right, I've always been interested in ghost hunting and tarot cards, as I said, right? But I'd lost touch with it for a long time and watched all the programs like Ghost Adventures and all the usual stuff, Ghost Hunters and all that. And then it wasn't until like I started watching YouTube, like Haunted Finders and all the YouTube channels, that I realised that you could actually do it yourself. So I started researching like spirit boxes and how much they would be, and the ones that Ghost Adventures and that used. So ended up getting a spirit box. I got the Ouija board and nothing happened. I didn't, and I thought this isn't as easy as it looks. So
Yeah.
through like just watching YouTube and things, I started getting into like the witchcraft side, trying to protect myself, and it started with buying incense and candles, just try to get the spirits like my ancestors, my gran, my dad, all that, try to come to me. And then through time, my daughter's fiance died, like 6 months into me starting this. So I kind of got right serious into it, buying the spirit boxes, buying the recorders, and then just nothing was happening. So I started like daily prayers to God and angels and the higher being and things like that, just trying to get some spirits, as I said, my ancestors, whoever, friends that's died, to come to me. And slowly through time, I've built up the knowledge of how to do it. The Ouija board still does the work unless somebody else is playing it with me.
Yeah, I've always
It's
thought
never
that. You
ever.
can't really play it yourself, can you?
Well, you can actually, you can, but
Aye, but then you
I
wonder,
just
you
doesn't
know.
work for me. That's all.
So,
And then I started like, because of what had happened to Kerry's fiance and that, started getting back into my tarot cards and just getting pure encouragement for them, really. And people started asking me like just to do cards for them. So slowly I don't do go online and do it like a lot of the people do, but I just like doing it for like friends, family, and helping them along every day. Do you know what I mean? Like, to give them some encouragement. Maybe if they're feeling a bit down, I'll pull them a card for spirit. Things like
well, you
that,
were
just
right.
to uplift them.
When you gave me a tarot card reading, something did come true.
Oh, aye, definitely works for.
I'll not say what.
I mean, all I do,
Something did.
I just concentrate on, like, if I know you, I'll like have your face in my mind, and if I don't know you, I'll just kind of ask my guides to connect to you and give you the best advice they can. That's just kind of what I say when I'm shuffling the cards.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you want to
Yeah, I
read your
tot-
board years ago and bad spirits?
I was going to say, I
That's
totally
something
believe
I
in
there's-
that.
never touch. Yeah.
You don't believe in spirits, or you do?
No, I do.
Lewis?
100%. 100%.
Boy, Lewis is a
If I
big believer in that.
Nearly
started,
broke my
if I
phone. then.
started turning the spirit box and things on in the house,
What
there's
on
been a
earth?
lot of activity.
My phone just
That's
come
a spirit
flying off
silver,
the.
you know.
I swear to God, my phone literally just come flying off the top
See
of my
the
screen.
power
I swear
of
to God,
spirit.
I'm not even joking. I'm not joking.
I
man.
just want to help people. I've noticed a lot of people. I've noticed a lot of people suffer through grieving. So if I can help them a wee bit with maybe connecting them to their loved one that's died, or pulling a card for them to give them some encouragement, that's what I want to do. Just to help people. I'd love to be like the investigator that went out there to murder scenes and maybe like, I know a lot of people wouldn't believe that side of it, but I'd love to do that and maybe help them solve murders or missing people. Like a lot of the YouTubers do, like the Foreman brothers, they typically do that. You know, things like that.
There's
I'd
like
like
that
to do
shadow
things like that.
behind Lewis right now, you know.
The one that just knocked off his, his camera off.
I don't want to move it because I feel like it's going to come down again. I've got it stuck to the monitor with a really good bit of sticky, like a sticky glue pad thing. I don't know how it came off. It just literally flung itself off the
Oh,
screen.
definitely.
Yeah,
The spirits are going.
Yeah, Doom show.
Doom, I Doom.
Hey, Doom,
Love
man.
this them disorder.
The demon.
Stand fast against the demon,
I was going to say, Chris said to me one time, he said, ask the spirits to help you when you're doing certain things. And I started asking. I was driving in traffic and I was like, oh, please just turn right. And the next thing, the car turned right. And I thought, oh, this is just coincidence. And I was like, oh, like traffic lights, like make the traffic lights change. Anyway, the traffic lights went green on me. I was like, that's the first that never usually happens. Then I was like, please give me a parking spot in the town centre, and like, please, someone like from over there, you know. And as I pulled into a car park, someone just literally pulled out of a spot in front of my eyes. I was just like, this is just like 3 times in a row that happened. Like, really? But yeah, I was just like,
I noticed
crazy.
A big change when I started like doing the power of thought and wanting and calling things into me to help call things to my home to help me. I noticed a big change. I would go out and I would notice like things at the crosses, or like the way the sun was portraying, you would see like maybe the shadow of a skeleton, and I was thinking this is just coincidence, but it happens the more you realise it really isn't it. I'll tell you a story, right? When I started the witchcraft side of it, right, and I started like worshipping Santa Murta, that's my deity, right? She's a skeleton figure. She's actually the female Grim Reaper, if you like. But Murtos was a family years ago in Mexico that dedicated their lives to burying the dead people in Mexico because they were all poor, and giving them their last rites and just really like helping them out to bury them, and you know, like doing the Catholic side of things because people couldn't afford it. So I started like just getting a wee offerings and got a statue and things, right? And one day I was downstairs and I was making hot tea, and I had the 2 cups of tea sitting like that with the hot water in them on the bunker. And I reached up to get something out the cupboard, and I think it was a tumbler or the lid off a cup or something, fell down into the hot cup of tea, and it splashed all over me. The minute it hit my skin, it turned cold, and cold as in frosty cold. But it was all in my slipper, and I come up here down to Wally, and I come to Wally, look what happened, and he felt my slipper, and the water was freezing.
Yeah.
And things like that happen all the time.
That's crazy.
Honestly, things like that happen all the time. So it's a lot to do with like offerings and just showing them that you appreciate what they can do for you on the other side, and appreciate your ancestors for you being here. Do you know what I mean? Because without them, we wouldn't have been here in the first place. So it's just small things like that, no forgetting where you came from and things. So. But it does work, as you've just seen with the thing falling off your TV.
Yeah, no, and now it's sitting up there perfectly fine. Sitting up there perfectly fine now. Kid you not? I was going to say it seems to be. Go on.
No, that's kind of how I started going out ghost hunting with you, Chris, wasn't it? It was because of that wee orb that appears in your car. I says to you, I'll come out with my spirit box and sit in the car with you and see if we can get in. And it just kind of progressed from there. So, but it does.
I find when people go on.
Oh, you go, Liz.
I was going to say when people pass away, things start to happen. Like when people close to you, or like family member or something like that. A lot of things start to happen.
Definitely.
And when my friend passed away about 2 years ago now, Steve, his name was, he's actually from Scotland. His family live in Scotland. He lived down here. But anyway, cut a long story short, I said to him, because he was obsessed with death, and I said to him, if you ever die, make sure you come and let me know that you passed over. And literally, it was just one thing after another that was happening. There was I literally writ a list of about 15 things after he passed away within a space of like a week that happened, and it was just crazy. Like from things moving in his kitchen, because I used to like stay in his flat, and that he was like sort of letting us stay.
Let you know he is there.
Yeah, it was like the light bulbs. Do you know when the light bulb blows? It's usually the filament that blows. Well, the filament got blown. It was the top part of the light bulb that was blowing, and his friend's light bulb blew as well, like in the same day. And also his friends, like one of his best friends' TVs was like laying on the floor. He had literally like pushed it onto the floor. It was just weird stuff he couldn't explain.
It's just things that they're putting that you'll relate to, like that was his TV type of thing. So he's gone to like use that as an example so that you know that it is him. Like, see if anybody's not well in your family as well, that you'll find strange things happening. Like you maybe walk into the room where, like, maybe say your dad's not well or whatever, and you'll feel like coldness. That's maybe like their mums and dads actually standing in that room because the person's not well. Just to be obviously can't see them, but you usually find that if somebody's not well or something really bad happening to them, that spirit congested round a bit. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
congested. That's the right word.
Aye. Remember that time we were doing at the Clyde side next to the power station? Remember?
When I wasn't able to get out the car.
Aye.
It's because I felt the power.
No.
I just felt the power of the water, and I just didn't know where it was coming from to start with.
No. It was the time before when we went to New Lanark. Remember?
Oh, with we got quite a lot that day.
Remember the ghost box went marine, and at the exact same time I was talking to my American friend, which is in
That's
US
right.
And his friend had died.
And we didn't even know that at the time. And your phone was gone, was it not? Was your phone not keeping going?
Talking to me. It was no.
That's right. It kept saying marine. That's right. We didn't understand at the time what it was saying that for. Definitely.
Do you know what happened today to me? I looked on Facebook. I don't really go on Facebook, but my friend posted a comment that 3 of his friends, from where I used to live in Chinkford, which is Waltham Forest kind of area. 3 of my friends growing up, they all died. But one guy called Joe Slater, his name was, he passed away, and this guy had posted something on Facebook. One of my old friends, he posted something on Facebook saying, "Oh, I miss these guys. I can't believe they died so early." But the day that Joe Slater died, we had a kind of a run-in a few months back where I was in the pub. I was underage for about 17 at the time, but I had a little bit of a thing with some of his mates, and they were chasing after me for some reason. I don't know what it was, but there was a guy in the pub, and I said, this guy Joe was kind of after me, and I said, can you just tell him to don't chase after me, or don't do you know what I mean? Anyway,
your dream?
No, this was during when I was at the pub. This was when I was at the pub. Anyway, the guy I spoke to went and had a word with Joe and said, "Oh, don't touch Lewis. He's a good guy and whatever, and he ain't done nothing wrong." Anyway, Joe Slater got really angry about it. And then following that, sort of a couple of weeks later, I see his friends. They're all sort of after me. But anyway, months on from that, Joe died in a car crash, and
Oh.
the day he died, I was in my back garden, or the night before. Anyway, I was in my back garden, and for some reason he came into my head, and he was like saying sorry to me, and I was like, why am I thinking of Joe saying sorry to me when he's just like, in my eyes, he's still alive? Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And then I spoke to my mate, and I said to my mate Pat, I said, for some reason I had a vision of Joe Slater telling me that he's sorry and apologizing to me, and he was like, he died in a car crash last night.
There you go.
So I
sorry,
think like in spirit, he's been shown like these sort of like people get told that these stories of when they pass away, they get shown their life and what they've done wrong and stuff like that.
Right, definitely.
So, and because I'm psychic myself, I sort of pick things up. I'm not saying I'm like hugely psychic, but I get a lot of visions. Like, I used to get a lot of visions anyway.
Well, there you go. That's exactly what you've had then.
But yeah, it was just weird.
It works in mysterious ways. It's just it's so crazy, the things that happen. Honestly, you just wouldn't even. You would think it was a movie sometimes.
Aye. I was
that
thinking
with the roasting hot water.
I was thinking, Andrina, do you want to do like 3 maybe tarot card readings and then we could talk a wee bit more than them again? You want
a postcard for spirit?
Right, who in
the chat wants a postcard for spirit?
A reading. Come on, who in the chat wants a reading?
Postcard for spirit, where are you? The lighting's not very good.
Doom said that there is a demon here.
There's a demon there. The drink. Even drink.
Right,
who am I doing it first so I can concentrate?
Right, come on. Who's the first person? There's Jill Barnes. She's first. Oh no, that's actually
I see Connor 06, Connor FC06 first, I see.
There's Bobby.
Sorry, Jill. I'll do Ultimate 4 Immune first, Connor first, right? Okay, sorry, Jill. I'll do you next, I promise. Right, Connor. No.
How'd you put Clint? I've hung up some garlic outside the shed and lit a candle for help.
That's for vampires, no demons. You'll probably encourage the demon. You'll begin at something to eat and offer. I'll like the garlic. That's an offering to a demon. Leave it some holy water.
Yeah, I can bless my drink here.
I keep popping it. Right, Connor, wait till we get you right.
Have we missed anyone?
Dear you, there is only one you, and you have a unique place in the universe. Sometimes situations come up that challenge you to be authentic, and that means you have to be fully yourself and let go of being what you think others may want. Now is not the time to conform to other people's standards or expectations. Be proud of who you are and be courageous. Stand tall to your convictions. Being yourself is a powerful statement and will only lead you to success and ultimately happiness. Don't compare yourself to other people. Want what you have, choose what your heart wants, and know that your purpose is yours alone. No one else can claim your magic, nor take it away. When you place authenticity and originality high on your list of priorities and give them a prominent place in your awareness, extraordinary things happen. Your life is a beautiful one. See, most of these cares are just encouraging you to do what you want to do in life, not to be scared. But not to conform to other people's standards of what your happiness would be, Right, okay, Gil.
Who's the next lucky person?
Did you like that, Connor? It's a big word, so I have to really concentrate. It doesn't help when you're Scottish, big words, doesn't it? No. No bother, Connor. Right, Jill. One for you, missus. I usually just, what I do is I kind of concentrate on the person when I don't know them as well. Like, I've seen a picture of Jill there, so I just kind of have that in my head. And ask anybody for any messages for her. Oh, and usually 9 out of 10 one falls. Right, Jill. A rigid tree branch breaks under strong winds, yet flexible seaweed survives powerful ocean swells. Right now, we gently remind you that being flexible is a good choice when faced with life's challenges. Surrender your fixed ideas to spirit, who knows what is in your highest good and can deliver to you what you need in the appropriate form. In this moment, rather than fighting or being too sure of your way working out, be a little looser and allow for another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward if you are to learn new ways of doing and seeing. Stay aware, curious, and teachable. Take lift on life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction not on your map. Let it be so flexible that no storm can uproot you. In the end, you will still be rooted in the world. In abundance, you will indeed experience the beauty that is yours. We love you so much. You know what I mean? They're just basically encouraging. Do you relate to that, Jill? A lot of the times the cares you'll know understand when you're reading, unless you know the person. Like a lot of the times I get the care and I just laugh and I think, how appropriate is that to your life? I've done it a few times. Oh, there's Aaron in. Not seen you for a wee while, Aaron. Yes, I can't. I didn't catch it.
Who's next? What was his name?
Do you want one, Lewis?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Right, Lewis, I'll give you a card.
Just give me 2 minutes and I'll. So it's just me wife.
That's right, Robert.
Oh, you can go and I'll get you the next time then if you want to go. If you
Oh,
go
yeah.
do something. Well, I'll get you next time and I'll do
I'll
something else.
Oh yeah, do someone else. Do someone else.
Right, no bother. Okay, Lewis, that's
Give
fine.
me one. I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes. I just got to quickly pop
No
across the road.
problem. No problem. Right, who else in the chat wants one?
See you in a minute.
Robert, you want one?
I think he has to go.
Have you got to go?
What about Glenn?
Glenn,
What
I didn't even know Glenn was here. Oh, there you are, Glenn. I see you. There you're there. No problem. I like to have a wee deck at your face so I can at least have a picture of you in my head.
Do you want me to give you a close-up of him?
I've seen it. I've seen it on the screen. Sometimes it's not that person, and then what would you do? Kind of reading for a cucumber or something.
I think Dobby Sock wants to be next.
All right, no problem, my little friend. Right, okay, this is for you. Sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you even if you are more comfortable being generous and being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude, without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some people, maybe you. You do not need this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back and support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced you have to be everything alone with no help. Let your will be filled. In other words, you have to let other people do things for you. Glenn. That wasn't Glenn. Who was it again?
Was it Glenn? It was Glenn.
Aye, Glenn. You've got to really let other people do things for you and give you things as well as you always being the giver. That's what that's basically saying.
You want to do one more and then we can talk about some
I'll do Linda. Do Dobby.
There you go. I like a wee picture. Is that what's his name?
Oh, I've met Dobby anyway. She's my English friend, ain't you, Dobby? I like that wee side too. I'll give you one too, Sharon, not a problem. I'll do two, Chris, right?
Right, no problem.
I'll do Dobby, then I'll do Sharon. Oh, that one was got it for it then. Just put it back in. Right. There is always more than one side to an argument, two sides, if not more, to every story, and hundreds of ways to be right, be different, be at odds, and so on. Today we suggest that instead of looking for differences, you find a meeting place of agreement and approach this experience with understanding and compassion. Seek common ground to understand how another person thinks or how an alternative plan might be laid. Stay out of judgment too. Observe, discern, but accept that others have different stories, experiences, and journeys, and some people might refuse to remain open to others' points of view. No matter what, you've been presented with a great opportunity to explore a new way of doing things once common ground is reached. You're attracting people and situations that enrich your life and bring you wonderful things to learn. There you go, Linda. Don't be sorry.
The next
I never
person
know
was
whether to call
Shan.
people by their YouTube name or their real name, because some people don't like their real name being heard, don't they know? Right, Sharon, I'll do you a card. Pop Sharon's face back up, Chris.
Yeah,
Please.
I'm sleeping from you. Where are you, Sean? Where are you there? That's
Up
her
with the wee
eyes
cheek
when she
cat.
did. It's just
That's alright, as long as I've got a rough guide.
that link in the chat, guys, is on Gina's YouTube. Please subscribe to her.
Sometimes if one doesn't follow it, I just usually take the one that keeps drawing my eye draws to it. I thought this was got to be the same one there. There are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only leads you which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to the truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's shown up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much, we really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blinded by super bright lights, and allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so, so much. There you go. Hi, Bexy Boo.
Dixie Boo. Right, do one there for her, then we can talk about more
I'll do you one,
stuff.
not a problem.
One more, and then it will be Dana talk about stuff, and then you can be some
Yeah.
if you want.
Bexy Boo. Oh. This one was chopped at me. Coming the extra mile to achieve your dreams and putting in some overtime will reap big rewards. Now is the time for you to act, to stir up some energy and put those plans into action. There are many windows of opportunity that open, but close quickly when you don't take the risk and go for it. Today, be confident that your hard work will pay off, and you'll feel that satisfaction and fulfillment of reaching your desired outcome. It might turn out even better than you've expected. Isn't that amazing? Remember, however much work you're willing to put in, we will match it tenfold on this side. Everyone over here is rooting for you to win the game of life, so just do it. Loving you so, so much. So I don't know if you've maybe got something in mind, but you have to go for it now, Sharon.
That was Betty Boo, that one, wasn't it?
Oh, Betty Boo,
Betty
sorry.
Boo, yeah, that's a Betty.
Sorry, when I was doing the card, I had your picture in my head. Nellie, Michelle, what are you saying, girls? Your special sharp spirit's telling you. No problem, Bexy Boo. I'll light a cigarette.
I have a cigarette break if you want. Have a wee break for 5 minutes.
Yep. So what's been happening today, everybody? I'll read the chat for a wee bit. But you've all been up till 50 here. Oh, back. Oh, don't press leave, Andrina, you an idiot. Dad, just press leave there.
No, you're still in.
We're still in.
Yeah, you're still in.
Oh, I've covered the camera. I'm an idiot.
Gina.
Aye, it's all right. What is it? My wife bought me a chicken. All right. Is that what I can smell?
Your wife, what's that you've got? Yeah, lucky.
Is your mouth no stinging? Madras is quite
Yeah, it's quite hot.
strong. I used to work in Indians and the Tindaloo's even hotter. But you've got to ask for a Tindaloo, but they'll not make it unless you ask them. Oh, the wee doggy.
Buddy!
Is that a doggy?
Oh,
What kind of dog's that, Lewis?
he's a pug Pomeranian. Half pug,
That's
half
the kind
Pomeranian.
Liam wants, by the way, Wallet. I just get told last night Liam wants another dog.
Aye,
And I
no
get-
chance.
And I get told we've got a call the same as Christmas. And he get told me he wants one of the wee pom-pom things. And he's 12.
You've got a collie, I thought. You not got a dog.
Yes, I have. And she's more like a
That's
toddler than a collie.
because you need to walk them, you see. You need to,
You need to
Oh.
start
walks a
looking
day.
after the one he's got.
I know, Chris, honestly, she really does need to get out more. She runs about that back garden playing football all day long. With one ball in her mouth and one ball at her feet the full day.
Mm.
That's all she does. That's all she does. Is play football. Then she barks at any of the birds that pop up.
Hey, Sharon. Sharon's asking how.
Hi, Sharon.
It's as good as ever.
Would you not stay in Douglas, Sharon? Where do you stay, Sharon?
Where did you move to, Sharon? What are you staying here?
Can you all pop up where you're afraid just to get a general idea?
Aye, good idea.
Why is there one dislike in the video? Who's disliked it?
Oh, one dislike. Oh, I've got a funny feeling. There'll be a few, I would imagine.
Can you all click
The more thumbs up
can-
we get, the better views we get.
Can you all click the like button?
25
We've got 24
people here.
views. Or 24 on my side.
Good.
Says if-
There you go. Excellent.
Northern Ireland.
12 so far.
There you go, Northern Ireland. Far travel.
Scott. Hey, boy.
Aberdeenshire.
It just helps with the sharing of the video.
Oh, you've got a Cocker Spaniel, Dobby. They're quite wee as well. They're about ankle length size, aren't they? I would like something about that size. Oh, Shelley's for the go. Let's be here go. Whoop, whoop. Girls are in.
Thanks, Jill.
Shelley's here too.
Thank you, Jill.
Thanks, Jill.
Hearts are lovely, girl.
Empty.
So most of you are all in Aberdeenshire, Bon. I didn't realise you were from there, Bon. There was a few people from America here a wee while back, wasn't there? Texas as well.
Aye, that was. Hey, Doom was
I
Doom.
had to leave, didn't it? Oh,
Yeah,
Doom as
Doom.
well.
Is
Where
he
is it
still
Doom
in it?
actually stays?
Is Doom still in it?
Again, Lewis? I think he's still here.
Mm.
He sounds like Birmingham way. Doom.
I can't remember. Where's he from?
He is. He's near Birmingham. Yeah, he's just outside. I think it's Birmingham. I think it's the outskirts of Birmingham, if I remember right.
When I went down to film with Haunted Finders last October, I had to stop in at Birmingham for my transfer. Birmingham to Nottingham.
Did you watch that?
There's
Did you
bus station up
Did you-
there.
Did you used to watch that? What's it called? It was Most Haunted. Have you ever watched that before?
Most Haunted, I don't like them. I've kind of lost respect with them because they're just
Yeah.
all shout and scream and get scared. What's the point in that?
There's been some good
Not really.
episodes.
Yeah, there's been the early
There's
days.
been, but then they started faking load of stuff. So I started thinking, nah, this is.
Ghost Adventurers is the best.
Aye, Ghost
Mm.
Adventures is the
Adventures.
best. Actually, some of the best investigators are on YouTube or Amazon Prime,
Mhm.
to be honest with you, because there's only so much the TV can show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of YouTubers and that will show you how to conjure bad spirits and things.
You don't want that, because then kids will see that.
But that's
And
why
that's what's
things are
scary.
that's why there's so much cause now for people to go and get rid of spirits, because there's that many videos on YouTube with Ouija boards and all these people
I was
conjuring
listening.
things in graveyards.
Yeah.
I was
No.
listening to a radio show. It's called Darkness Radio. They had Zach Bagans on,
Right.
and the guy actually asked him. He says, "What do you think about these folk on YouTube showing them how to conjure?" And he says it's a very, very dangerous thing that they're doing.
It is, it really is.
Very.
Especially when there's the teenagers are just out there willing and waiting to get a Ouija board and go to a graveyard. They just don't know what they're dealing with. I mean, look what
Yeah.
happened to us. We went innocently up to Glen Buck, and now I've got a wee girl spirit in my house.
Nah. As long as I don't get it.
She's behaving these days. She's in the huff with me, actually. Because I banished her outside, she's actually in the huff. I heard her on one in what came through my spirit box last week, just a wee quiet voice, so she's kind of quieting down now. She's not as boisterous as she was. But we'll need to go back to Glen Buck and take her back, I think, Chris.
Once I get my new car, I can ease all up and we can go.
I think she followed us home that day because Liam was with us,
No.
to be honest.
You're not having. This dog wants some of my curry. You're not having no curry.
Oh.
He's,
No, because you'll have a mess to clean up in the morning.
You can have some whiskey, mate. No, I'm not going to give him whiskey. But no, he's obsessed with. All dogs are obsessed with food.
Sorry, I'm not reading chat, guys. I keep forgetting.
It's alright.
I'm still reading it.
Go on. Have a bit, bud. No?
Willie's laughing because you're feeding it curry. You'll have diarrhea. I'll have diarrhea in the morning.
You'll be shocked.
Chris, you're lost sounding.
We'd love to visit.
I'm just going to eat some of this curry, one sec.
No, whiskey!
Oh, definitely. Aye, whiskey. I really would. Drew has my ears.
If you want,
I'd love to. I can't wait to get back and investigate.
just turn your
I really
camera
don't.
off, Lewis. Lewis, just turn your camera off. Stop cam from your device.
I think it's at the bottom. I know it's audio, video, flip, chat, and leave.
I tell you what, I'll give you solo, Lou, and you can tell everybody stuff. Well, Lewis munches away.
If anybody wants me to subscribe to their channel, just kind of, I don't even know how to do it. I'll subscribe to you all. How do you leave your chat up, Chris?
Aye. The chat'll still be up.
I'll just go back the morning.
Because this is a 2-hour episode, it'll take about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours to upload.
Right, well, probably.
The chat should still be up.
That 31-minute video I put up during the week there took near enough 2 days.
Aye.
To download.
This is a lot better. StreamYards, it's amazing what you can do. This is the free version. See the one you pay for? It's amazing what you can do. You can change everything. You can play music.
Oh, is that the one you can get the wee duck and all that, get align the screen with people's names?
Yeah.
It goes align the screen with people's names. I think that must be the one.
There's two options. There's 2 options you can pay for. You can get the £25 one a month.
Right.
Or you can get the £55 a month. But that's for big YouTubers, you know. I'm getting 23
I don't think you need all that. Right. I don't think you need all that anyway. It just gives the viewer something to look at other than what the person's saying. As far as I know, Adobe, it's still going on as long as this lockdown uplifts before October. They're meant to be coming up to Scotland too in the next month or 2 if the lockdown lifts.
Oh God, it could be good.
Honest. I'm actually going to be filming with them this time, Haunted Finders. The last time it was just meeting them and we could go and investigate if we wanted when we were in the Robin Hood Museum. But this time they're actually going to let us investigate with them. If you know.
When are they coming up to Scotland?
I think they're hoping to come up the beginning of June, July, if the lockdown gets lifted.
And whereabouts is that?
They'll probably be going to Jedburgh Jail. Jedburgh Jail, maybe Edinburgh Volks or something. There's a load of places. I don't even know if they'd maybe go up as far as Loch Lomond or that. Quite a distance to travel for them, considering they're Nottingham, but right away up to Loch Lomond.
I don't think that's worth it in 3 weeks, to be honest with you.
I don't know much about politics and things, but I reckon the schools and that's are going back to earlier. I'm not happy like the schools open back in June.
I was laughing about it today. I mean, they were basically, they're going to try and gap the pupils 2 meters apart.
For God's sake.
Oh, there's the spirits again.
Oh.
The spirits.
That's because Lewis didn't want his card, they're not happy.
I'm telling you, you have to get your card, Lewis. It's going to get you.
Sorry, bud.
There you go. Spirit thinks you've rejected them.
Aye, you need to get your card read, Dan.
The spirits are not liking me tonight.
Because you preferred your madras to them.
I know.
I tell you what, my mouth's on
Yeah,
fire.
Your mouth's on
No.
fire.
Why has it done it then? Like, of all times, it's been sitting on my past. I might get some sellotape. Hang on.
Get the blue tack out.
No, get your
Oh dear. So did you take the dog a walk today, Chris?
I can't be risky. There you go.
Did you take Jesse a walk today?
spirits. Oh, I went up to the wind turbines.
Right.
Don't worry, the handy tape's coming out now.
He's at the sellotape.
Sellotape all the spirits.
I thought I was bad.
It ain't torn
I've
off
got my
now.
tablet sitting in my washing.
Alright.
Oh, there you go. I couldn't save an everything. Gorilla glue you need while he's safe.
One side.
Oh, sorry guys, he's talking to me in chat. Glenn's saying the time of balance. Michelle saying there are no telly people anymore. Ropey socks. PRP peeps. He's in his room, Michelle. I don't know if he's watching or not. No politics. Okay, Glenn. I don't know much about politics
Alan's
anyway.
still in the chat.
Oh, was Alan here?
He was
I never even
live,
seen
I don't
him.
know where he's went.
Hi, Alan,
Where
if
are
you're
you,
still
Alan?
here, pal.
Right, I was going to
Can't
ask
wait
you a
to make sure I'll
question.
get back out ghost hunting. Me?
Mm.
Yeah.
So, like,
Fire away.
what's the most insane experience that you've ever had? Like the most intense, or
Probably the other week there when it was the full moon and I lit my altar up and sun attacked me. What had happened was I'd been a full moon the night before, I think it was. No, it was that night. It had been a full moon and I took it. It was actually for May Day. We call it Beltane. I took out a candle at the back door and my crystals and things, and just said like a wee prayer, thanking the goddess for the things I achieved this year and setting some intentions for the things I want to achieve this next year coming. So I'd said to the spirits that I would turn the spirit box on when I got upstairs, just to say thank you, like that type of thing. But when I came up the stairs and I lit up on my altar, I had the intention in my head that I wasn't doing the spirit box. So I stood up at the altar and I was kind of just like doing what I do, shutting it down and things. And just as soon as I was going to do my shutdown prayer, I say, something like kind of attacked me and I couldn't breathe. It was like as if I'd hit a brick wall and I couldn't breathe. And I knew instantly that it was spirit. Because it's just totally different. I feel like maybe you couldn't catch your breath or something.
Can you hear me, Gina? Aye, we've lost him.
I can hear you fine,
It's just
he's probably fell again.
Shelley, your pal's that saying she can't hear me.
Shelley. Right. Can you all hear me okay?
I heard it all. I had it on the second screen, so I just turned my volume up on my
All
computer.
right.
You just turned the volume up.
Eh,
You should be fine.
Yeah, because there was something in front of the camera. I put the sellotape. It had stuck in front of the camera, so it was all blurry. That's it. That's
There you go, Angela.
technical problems.
Give the full
So
screen,
I had.
you know.
Oh no, scary. So I had just like lit my altar up. I was closing my altar down for the night, just saying thank you for having a good session outside, like a good prayer and that, and thanking like my ancestors for me being here another year to receive my gifts. And as soon as I kind of thought the thoughts in my head to blow my candle out, I kind of got attacked, and I knew instantly it was something that wasn't happy, that I wasn't putting the spirit box on. So I blew out the candle quickly, ran to the toilet to get my breath back. But it was pretty scary, and I knew that it was spirit. And the thing is, when I'm in the shower, sometimes I take panic attacks. So spirit kind of knows that to get to me, my worst fear is like no breathing. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, same as me.
so they
Same as me.
they pick on your vulnerabilities to get
Aye.
to give you these wee sharp shocks.
Mm.
Just to say, don't play with my emotions, telling me you're putting a spirit box on and you don't, type of attitude. So I tell all the spirits to leave. Next day, I got up at my bed and saged the food place and tell them what to leave, that there wasn't a spirit coming back in my house. Took them all if they wanted to hang about the back garden to a campground, they were welcome to. Then Wally kept hearing the trampoline going in the morning, so it was obviously the wee girl spirit playing my trampoline.
You hear that? It
Always
was
saying
somebody from the pub.
100%. So I kind of camped down and then I slowly invited them back in just this last week there. But Wally sees shadows and things all the time. But they're kind of been told to behave or they'll just be told to go back out again. And then you just like put salt at your doors, your windows, a couple of stones, seal it with a prayer and they can't come back.
Nah, I don't want any spirits in my house. The spirits
It's
in
the
my
hard.
house
The
are
only
the
thing
wicked
is
and
the
the
hide.
foolish.
So you have to go through the full house with sage or pillow wood just to kind of get everything out and press the reset button. I call it. Just like right, everything out, reset. That's why sometimes when we're out ghost hunting, I kind of make everything stay there. I say, right, nudge to follow his home. You must stay where you are. And I just, if there's a gate there, I'll put my seal on the gate. Just, it's like a statement. You're
It
no
was that
following.
castle. See that castle going up to, is it Crawford? Can this one?
That was nice up there too,
Haunted.
isn't it?
Aye, but that's
was
meant
nice
to be
up
one
there.
of the most haunted
We-
castles in Scotland.
Well, it's under
you ken that?
dispute, but I'm sure that was a black spirit, a black shadow figure we seen as if it was walking downstairs. It's on the video, but you can't be 100% because we were all standing there and moving, so you can't say for sure that it was a black shadow. But I do think that it probably was. To be honest. Sorry, Chris.
I mean, it makes you wonder what's hovering about us, you know. I mean, is there any spirit
Well, that's it,
in the room that you're in? You know?
Well, I've got all my stuff
mean-
here. Yeah, turn on the spirit box. I don't know how you'll do this, but because we're using microphones.
Only spirits here or alcohol ones.
I know what I'll do. I'll put the thermal on, right? And see if we can see the thermal. This is my.
Oh, you've got quite a lot of equipment, haven't you?
It's kind. I don't know if you'll see it. It's all there, all my books and things as well.
Yeah.
Have you experienced anything weird, Chris? Not really.
Maybe a few things. No, really. That night, I had to remember that night you left your device at the castle. You had to go back to 1:30 in the morning and get it.
That's right. I left the K2.
-4 outside and the full moon.
The glare's too much. To see if I could do this. Can you kind of see that? That's the thermal.
They're expensive, them things. For a phone,
this one's worth about 300, maybe something like that. That would have been new.
God.
I bought it off Haunted Finders. Bought it off Tom Buckmaster. Aye, I've got a couple of recorders and things off them as well.
I like that thing that you've got. That thing, what is it, the necrophonic thing?
The Necrophonic app. Well, the Spectre app as
Does
well.
that lose you
Haunted
that?
Finders has broke one out. I could put that on. I'll just need to take the chat out.
There's Shelley, what's that you're saying? That's just like a big cream cake or something.
Oh, probably. She likes her cream cakes, doesn't you, Shelley?
There's one Scott. I was painting in the local pub on a night shift years ago.
I'll need to
And
find the
something
mic.
walked past the mirror. And I seen a
Right.
red reflection about 3 AM.
There you go. Built up
I was.
courage to
I've got a pub story. I was in a really old pub with my cousins, with my auntie, and my auntie and uncle used to like not own pubs, lease pubs, is it?
Right,
They've probably done about 5 or 6 different pubs, and this one was actually in Dunstable. I don't know if you ever heard of the place. It's called Dunstable. It's sort of up that way, up north. Northish, not north. But I was in there and I'd watched a series of that Ghost Hunters program, that whatever I said a minute ago earlier. And I called out whilst I was with my cousin early in the morning. I said, if there's anyone in the room, like, make a noise. And someone thumped the table proper hard. And we went running upstairs, me and my cousin, and we thought, oh no, it must have just been like coincidence. So we came back down again. It's just something must have made the noise, and I've done it again. And the next time it was even louder. Someone wasn't happy, or so yeah. I
kind of approach them with respect. You kind of go to, then you can get a wee bit like demanding.
Yeah.
Like whenever I get to a graveyard, I kind of say, if any of don't want me to take pictures, just don't let the photograph be shown. Things like that, I kind of just present it, because some spirits will not be happy that you walk in all over their graves and things as well.
Yeah.
I often wonder if they're happy about that. But I like that wee picture, Linda. Dobie. Sorry, Lewis, when you go, pal.
Yeah, I took a photo of this is my first ever girlfriend. Her mum passed away just before I got with her, and long story short, I took a photo in our front room, and I had a Sony Ericsson K750 when it came out. Do you remember it? And
I remember them.
I took a photo, and the TV was on like ITV, and it was like a sort of when I think it was like Philip Schofield or whatever, should have been on TV anyway.
Right.
And anyway. In the photo, my cousin was going through the photos on my phone, and she was like, "What's this on the TV screen?" And I said, "Like, what do you mean, what's on the TV?" And there's this face, and it's like pixelated, but it just looks like it's like a blue. Oh, it's not pixelated, but it's a blue sort of really
like
old looking. It wasn't haze. It was like the TV had formed this image. It's really weird. I wish I could find the photo, because it was on a computer that we had. I did have a photo of it as well. I actually printed it out because I was showing some people.
Mm-hmm.
But this face was just, it was looking at me, but it was almost like the TV image had been sort of, like old TVs, they're I can't explain. Yeah, they're not LED, they're not else. They're like the CRT ones, and the image had been like sucked into the center of yeah, and there was this this person's face, and it was looking at me. So yeah, it was just a weird thing, and also a few things happened. Like her TV, her lights turned off in her room. When I was upstairs, the lights clicked, and I was like, "Hang on a minute, what's that?" And then when I went to look in the room, the lights had turned on. So like I knew the lights were off when I walked up the stairs, and then all of a sudden they've turned on. So that kind of scared me.
Try to get your attention.
The salt pot. They had one specific salt pot just disappeared for weeks on end, and they were looking around for it. They couldn't find it nowhere. Anyway,
that's a sure sign that they want to connect. When things start going missing, that's a sure sign that they want to make contact.
And her dad was just like, "Oh, he was proper like getting stressed out with like the two daughters. Like, where's the salt pot gone? Like, it just disappeared.
Right.
Anyway, later on that day,
Thinking they were playing Coco.
he came back from work. No one had been home, and the salt pot was in the center of the living room table. So I think the mum of my ex had put it back and obviously hidden it out of sight. Yeah,
that's mental.
Weird.
Maybe she was seeing a message that too much salt, and maybe that was one thing she was always able to stop there.
Yeah, maybe you're right there. Could be a possibility, definitely.
Subtle things like that they do just to let you know that they want to make contact or that they're there in the first place.
Yeah.
Right, I'll turn this necrophonic app on.
I'll give you full screen for this.
See if you can hear it. Cigarette out.
On the highway to hell.
DC. No.
Can you hear that?
Oh, I can hear it.
Is there any spirits you want to communicate with us tonight? Can you say hi to chat? Here we go. Can the wee girl speak? Aye. Ask her to step forward, please. Tell us her name. Wee girl, can you tell us your name? Try saying somebody's name in chat, please. Can you say my name? Try saying my name, please. Try it so you can see it. Put it up.
Aye, we can see it.
Can you see it? Can you see that?
I can see it. Aye, you can see
Aye.
it.
Try to do it so you can hear it as well. Can you try saying my name, please? Is the wee girl here that we picked up for Glen Buck? Can you tell us your name? Do you want to go home? Do you want us to take you back to Glen Buck along with the stone that I picked up? Did you play on my trampoline? I'm laughing. Was it you playing on my trampoline at the back door? Who attacked me when I was standing at my altar? It went very quiet. The girl? Was it the wee girl? Try saying my name, please. Can you say hi to Chris? Can you say hi to Lewis? Bye. Do you want to go? Do you don't want to come on? That was a creepy voice. Say your name, please. Tell us your name. There was something quite bad down at the water wheels the other day.
There was after that big fight, wasn't it?
Right. I'm going to take the kids back then. What was down at the water that was talking bad? What was telling me to watch my best friend? Did my spirit guides protect us? something kept telling us to go home, to get out. Was it our spirit guides because there was something bad there? Or was it the bad energy telling us to get out? I think it was yes.
Just a comment. Just a comment.
Can you say goodbye? Goodbye. Why do you not want to talk tonight? Is it because we're live? Usually they don't like videos and things going up. They do everything in their power to stop it figuring it. I've edited I don't know how many videos and I just can't get them to upload. Can you say goodbye, please? Say good night. Say good night. Bye. See them all saying goodbye. Can you say that?
I thought I seen something moving. I hadn't you hindering.
Aye,
I know.
probably.
I know.
Is that Chris?
Nighttime camera behind me. I put it on at night
I
sometimes.
thought I seen something moving. It was like a wee orb.
Possible.
I was just watching them doing the stream.
Do you not know whispering's rude? You not talk manners?
I don't know what it is, but I keep getting drawn to Andrina behind her. I don't know something. I don't know what it is.
Are you behind me? If you're behind me, appear in camera, please. Can you touch my glasses? Can you touch my sunglasses? Try pulling them off my head. Did you just push Lucy's camera down?
No, we've lost him.
Did I say Lewis there? Can you say Lewis?
We lost Lewis there.
Did you say hi to Chris? I keep forgetting it's opposite. Try saying good night, please. Did you say my name? You usually do. Try say good night, please. Well done. See, when you listen to this back, Chris, you should listen to it back with earphones.
I'm listening to earphones.
I know, but for some strange reason, when you play it back, you hear a lot more. It's crazy. And half the stuff you don't hear now. Don't hear it till you back.
Do you have one of them? Do you know like the spirit boxes with like the static, where it just uses static as well? Do you have one of them?
I've got a PSP and I've got the Cultus box.
There's Glenn asking a question.
Oh, sorry, I've not got chat up. Ask. It's I've got the Cultus box. That's Mark Cultus that makes the same as what Haunted Finders and things have got. And I've got the PSP 7. Where that is. Up there. I'll be packed away like I've got the PSP 7 as well. What's down here? PSP 7. Put that on. Yeah.
What you can see.
This is what we call Old Faithful because this is what always gives you answers clearer.
Here's Dobie asking a question.
Sorry,
Is the
just shout it.
the white noise box?
This is a white noise. Oh, cautious. Cautious?
Cultist box.
Cultist
It's the
box is
same
a
as
white
Tom
noise.
in that Scotland. Mine's is number 102.
You waited in
The
the
hog
while
at
for
the
that
rain.
to come, didn't you? Been a while to come.
You can do it with a you can do it with a radio as well, can't
The UK in 1997.
It's a bit loud there, sorry.
you? Sorry?
Is there any spouts here want to speak? Can you try saying your name, please? Try telling us who's here. Tell us who the bad energy was down at the water, please. Why was it telling us to go home? Try saying my name. Can you say my name, please? Do you get any messages for me today? Is there any bad energy around me just now? There was a creepy voice a minute ago. He's protecting us. Tell me if the wee girl's still here, please. I think they've all went away. For some reason they didn't want to come on first place tonight. Is there anybody still here that wants to say hi? The chat? Usually when I play it back, that's when I hear everything. It's so hard to hear it in the moment because it's so quick. Try talking clear and saying hi. I didn't really expect to put the spirit box and that on the night of the broke crystals and everything on it. Try drawing your energy out the room, please. Speak to us. No, oh. Usually you can tell if spirit's here. You kind of feel a static in the air. Try telling us your name, your spirit. Just to confirm that you're here in your spirit, please. Or even just say hi if you don't want to tell us. Things are out of luck, guys. I think everything's away.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes it's
well,
like that though.
spirits
But you
game,
do
if
feel it.
can.
Usually you feel like a static in the air. And you can tell usually it just goes and
Yeah.
And
you
the more
feel it
and the
feel
more
that way.
people, the better results you get, didn't you?
Definitely. Ask if the spirit talking. Where's my name? Glenn, see, want to know what I want to do? I want to be like I don't even know if channels do that. I've seen one other person do it, like where we're sitting here, the new I'm on live, and the other person sitting with like you are, and I will call it to your side of the screen. Do you know what I mean? Like, is there any spirits round about? Chris wants to talk through this spirit box, so watch it for that, Glenn, because we will start doing things like that, Chris, if you want. You know what I mean? If you want to, anyway.
another thing I find that works, if you start taking photos and start looking into the photos, the more photos you take, the more stuff that appears in photos. Not that
Oh,
you're perceiving it that way, but your energy is going into looking. So then whatever is out there can see that your intent is to try and find something. So they start to
definitely.
surround
It's like
themselves
a
in the
radar
photos.
to them. It's
Yeah.
like an antenna to them. I think they know the people that would communicate and the ones that wouldn't. Would you be able to contact my best mate from years ago who died of cancer? I would surely try, Bon Scott. I wouldn't mind trying for you. I can't promise anything. But I don't mind trying. Just need to set up a time and a live stream dedicated for that. The one in Kerry's phone was a good unit in New Lanark. Do you remember that, Chris? It was the lady story with the wee girl.
Yeah,
that was a good picture. There was actually quite a lot on that day. Remember, there was the big red light coming up out the woods as well. Remember that? There was like a big red streaming light coming right up out the woods. We took a picture once we get back up into New Lanark. I think it's on the pictures on the channel.
There's Jill Barton saying
What do you think? Oh, go on.
She
Breathing gold,
Goosebumps, Jill.
And now she's saying...
You just don't know. A lot of people think that. A lot of people think that, like, it can project, like, maybe there's a spirit here and it could maybe, like, attach to somebody in chat. You just don't know. There's loads of research going on to try and see. The paranormal world is just getting better and better every day. It's just there's that many devices that are coming out to connect to spirit. It's unbelievable.
What's your thoughts on what's your thoughts on that out of body experiences and stuff like that? Have you ever had an out of body experience?
No, I've never had anything like that. I would love to, right enough. I wouldn't. I would try, but I've never had anything like that. No. I find it really hard to meditate.
I have, but I haven't.
So
I've never seen any. I don't think I've seen any spirits. I've come out of my body before, but I've been in like places where, like the top of my road, where it's completely just like, it's almost like a different dimension. I can't explain it, but other than that, there was no cars, there was no people, but the streets, the houses, the sky was blue. It was weird. But another time I've had like a dream where I've been completely aware in the dream, and like I'm speaking to people in the dream and they're speaking back to me and giving me information, and it's almost like I know them, but I don't know how I know them. But
that'll be your spirit guides. That'll be your spirit guides speaking to you and telling you things that they want you to either do, or maybe that there's somebody struggling. Say they said your best friend's name or something. Then you know that it's...
I was going to say, I literally, one time I woke up, I thought I woke up, but I was actually in another place. I started walking down the street, and then I got to this sort of like building, and there was steps going into this, wherever it was like a building, and there was a girl sitting on the sort of wall outside, just sitting there minding her own business. And I said to her, I said, "You all right?" And she turned around and looked at me, and her hair was really beautiful and long, and it was like crystal clear as day. And I can't explain it. It was just it was a fantastic experience.
Maybe you've got a gift, Lewis, and you don't really know. I think you've got a gift.
I used to predict things, and I used to be able to tell tell the future. I'd be able to, someone will be having a conversation, and I would be able to answer the next person's what they're going to say before they would even say it. I'd have that come into my head. I can't explain it other than that. It's kind of a clairvoyance. Would you call it a clairvoyance? What's the word? Yeah. Sort of like mind reading. It's weird. It's just weird. Yeah, I had so many weird experiences. Just so many weird experiences.
Sorry, Wally was trying to tell us.
That's what
I know, definitely.
That's what woke me up in life.
I think maybe. Have you ever thought about like expanding your gifts? But
you know what I did.
I have a natural talent for it.
No, I started to do that when I was. I think it was about 2007, maybe 2006, 7, and I started to
practice. This is how it started. I started to practice with people. Can you still hear me? Because my screen's frozen.
I can hear you, no problem.
Aye.
So basically, around 2006, 2007, I smoked weed prior to this, so it kind of like I can't say it woke me up. I can just say it kind of woke me up because it makes you think deep about things, and you really like study deep in your mind. But anyway,
Right.
cut a long story short, I started to ask people to try and guess the number that I'd ask them to give me a number, and I'd guess what number they're thinking. Right, and that's how it started, and it basically progressed from there. But the more I started doing it, the more the talent built from there, and then it was kind of like I was guessing 95% of people's answers out of like between 1 and 100. Like I guess the number. Maybe some of them are winding me up, but literally I was blowing people away, and I thought, oh, this is just coincidence. People are having me on, and I went to Milton Keynes. And I was on webcam to 2 girls with one of my friends up there, and I said to one of the girls, "Tell me what month you was born, and I'll try and guess the date." Anyway, she told me what month it was, and the date just popped into my head, and I said it was like 23rd or whatever, and she was blowing up on the webcam, going crazy. No, this is impossible. And then I done her friend as well, and I got her friend's date of birth right as well.
We've definitely got a gift.
And then from there, it got worse and worse to the point where, not worse, I call it worse because it was kind of the point where
overwhelming.
I was getting these feelings.
Communicate.
Yeah, I was getting these feelings. I was getting feelings from random things. I felt like I was burning, and I felt like it just like someone was. I don't know. I was tuning in.
You taking on everybody's emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of do that. I can be in the best of moods, and somebody will walk into my house that's maybe in a bad mood, and then all of a sudden I'll take that mood on, or somebody will walk in and they're in a good mood. It's like I don't even know what they call it. It's like you're sensitive to their moods or something.
But that's the thing that you've been born with it. You've been born with it, but it's been bred out of us, like growing up and stuff. You know, they've kind of like
humanity.
Yeah.
Well, I say that Jesus was a healer because if you think about it, I feel as if like Jesus was a real person, like a real man that had like healing. Maybe he was like a witch doctor or something because he could heal people. He could put his hands on you and heal you. He could part the seas, whatever it was what he all did. So who's to say he wasn't the biggest witch of all?
One thing that I did. I was going to go on.
Concept he was born for God, you know. But I don't know.
I was going to say one thing that I did do, and this was like amazing to me. My sister told me if I get a pack of cards, like Christmas cards, not pack of cards, Christmas cards. If you get sort of like 20 or 30 Christmas cards, it has to be an odd number. So 29 Christmas cards, and you put 15 in one pile, and you put 14 in the other pile, and you close your eyes, and you imagine a card from that pile going to the other pile, and just focus and believe. Anyway, and then that card would go to that card. There'd be more in that than the other side. Anyway, I'd done it with her, and it worked. And she was winding me up, like she was having me on. She was moving the card, but then I got a pack of playing cards, and I'd done it on my own in the hallway. And I was only about sort of 12 years old at this time.
So you
I done it with a pack of playing cards, and it worked. And I'll tell you not, I tell you, no lie. I must have done it about 10 times in a row, and it worked every single time. And I thought to myself, I had a true belief in like God, and I didn't have no sins and nothing like. You know, what I mean, like when you're young, you don't, you know, you're so open.
You're
to things.
innocent.
And it's the belief. I think it's the true belief inside you is what creates what happens.
That's how magic works. It's your intent.
Yeah.
It's all to do with what you project onto whatever it is you're trying to manifest, or you know what I mean. That's what it is. You've got to have like the deep belief that it's working. No matter what, you don't even have a smidgen of doubt. You just continue on in life as if whatever it is you're trying to manifest is actually manifesting as you're going on in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, like you've got to have like say I wanted to drive, like I really want to drive this year, right? So I have to project that to the universe that I will be driving this year, so that the universe knows what I expect this year. I expect it to put in place me driving. So I've told the universe I will be driving this year, and I've envisioned myself driving and driving and all. Do you know what I mean? So the universe now has to work that out for me to achieve what I've already projected into the future. You know what I mean? I've just got to have belief that it's going to happen. You know?
Yeah.
Sorry
we're
for
we must be the co-creators of the reality that we're in. We must be somehow. It must be.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
We make
or we're in some kind of
things
like sort of matrix, but
we
also in control.
Like things are, like maybe there's like a definite, like you've always thought, like in your own head, like I will be, when I grow up, I'm going to be a doctor, right? You've always projected that in your head, and then as soon as you maybe hit 18 or whatever, it doesn't work out like that. So what is the point of having that in your head just so that you're devastated? To me, you take everything day by day, and if something projects into your life that is going to take you further, then you go down that path. But I wouldn't make heavy plans like, oh, send this one to university or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
It just might not work.
But it makes you wonder.
I don't know. I'm trying to say something. I can't get the words to say.
But how many times have we lived? That's the question. How many times have we been on this planet for?
I know. Well, there's another thing. They say that you get reincarnated into the same family, but is reincarnation even a thing?
Well,
yeah, that's my podcast for next week.
I've had a near-death experience before.
Reincarnation.
I can always explain it to you another time. I don't want to. If you want me to hold back, I can explain what happened.
No, you go. You go. By the way.
So yeah, I was in 2015. I was really ill, and I thought I was going to die. I literally given up hope. I just felt so sick. I felt tired all the time. It wasn't even that I went to hospital. I had a minor heart attack. For someone who's got no problems with their heart or any I've got nothing wrong with me, but I had a minor heart attack and I can't explain it. But yeah, I believe it to be other things, and I've got my ideas on that, but I don't explain about that kind of stuff to people because they think I'm crazy. But the controllers, they know what they're doing. But that's what I mean. But yeah, and I was literally on the brink of what I'd say was on the brink of death, and I said to my mum, I'm not going to make it. I'm going to die. And she was crying her eyes out, and she was like, "No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine." And I honestly thought I was going to die, but I was laying in bed, and I literally blacked out, and all I remember was this beautiful sounding music, and just this overwhelming feeling of just acceptance and love and peace and happiness, and just like no fear. It was just that's kind of what happened, and I can't explain it. It's not you could say it's like not really a near-death experience, but it was, because I was so ill and I thought like this is it kind of thing. But the actual experience I had, it wasn't like I was dreaming or anything like that. It was real. But there was something else that was just accepting of don't take things so serious. It's just an experience, And Chris has told me this before.
When a lot of people died, looking back, that's where a lot of people end up getting involved in the paranormal world, because they have had an out-of-body experience or a near-death experience or something, and most of them, that's why they get into paranormal.
And I felt my
curiosity.
And I found that this might sound stupid, but the Kundalini, which people refer to, the vibrations going from the bottom of my spine all the way up to my head, and almost like just a really fast up down movement. It was crazy. I was laying in bed really sick in my mum's house at this time, and I had this vibration going from my bottom of my spine to the top of my head, up and down, up and down, up and down. And I can't explain it. And I was just like, and then when I looked into it, I see like Kundalini, or it's awakening, or just a Kundalini just active.
No, definitely. That's probably what it has been. That's been your moment of awakening because you've had a near-death experience.
You've been to the beyond.
You froze?
No, we're still here.
Still there, Chris?
Aye, I'm still here. Can you hear me all right?
Yep, I can hear you. Lewis. Like Lewis is here, but bad reception probably.
You
The
just
spirits have frozen again.
catch you later.
I better go
Betsy
anyway and
Boo.
get this boy to bed, Chris.
Aye.
He's getting up and down these stairs.
I'll just wait and do
Oh, I don't want to go without Lewis popping back up, but I don't want to be rude.
Lewis.
Hello. Oh,
Ooh.
he's got to, is he away out?
He'll come back in. Just give him 10 seconds, he'll come back in.
Aye, we could definitely do this again, Chris. I've enjoyed it, have you?
Aye. There he's back. That's
Yeah,
been
no,
good.
my internet cuts off every
Got
sort of
back.
hour and a half when I'm on the
That's good.
BT
Right.
Wi-Fi. It's someone's hotspot I'm using because I've got my computer wired to the router. I don't want to sit next to the router with it turned on because I'm
Oh,
going to end
you,
up
it's here.
nuking me gonads.
There you go.
Right. This has been really
Not that
good,
I'm
this
bothered.
I was
This has
just
been-
saying anyway, I'll
Right.
need to go and get my son's supper things on me.
Right, well, it's the time
It's
is
settled.
8 minutes past 11.
11.
So we'll do this
There we
again
go.
next
Night's
Saturday.
fluent.
We do this
I
again next
can't
Saturday.
see chat, people, so I'm just going to say good night to all you and thanks for coming. And I promise I'll subscribe back to all you.
What?
Nope.
Oh, he's shouting because he's just heard the time. Well, he's like, what? I didn't realise it was 10 past 11.
Right, listen, guys.
It's no
Thank you all
spirits,
for
honestly,
coming.
it's Willie in the background, my fiance. No spirit.
Right,
Shouting at me.
catch you later, and
Right, okay, guys,
Right.
thanks everybody, and I'll see
Yeah,
you
thanks,
all
everyone.
soon. Thanks.
See you, man.
Thanks,
Catch you in the
Right,
next
catch you
bye.
later, Lewis.
Right.
Catch you all
See you
Catch you
later.
next
Right.
week.
See you later, Drew and
Bye,
Groove.
guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming, guys. Bye.